Hi everyone, welcome to CompuScholar's Professional Development webinar for November and December of 2023. Today we're going to talk about translating CompuScholar's online curriculum to Spanish and other languages. Now if you look at our online learning management system, it's already possible to translate the system prompts into Spanish, so things like the login page and the other menus surrounding the curriculum can already be translated to Spanish. But that doesn't generally extend to the text content within the lessons. So for the text content within the lessons, you can use just about any common web browser like Chrome, Edge, Firefox, or Safari to translate that text content to any language. We do have instructional videos as well, and those instructional videos all have Spanish captions as an option for our Spanish-speaking students. To change those system prompts to Spanish, you'll toggle the top language menu and select Spanish, and again this only impacts your system prompts and not the course content. And if you're using Canvas or Schoology or some other LMS beside ours, then this feature would not necessarily be available. So to demonstrate the change in system prompts, I switched over to a web browser. You can see the language menu here. I'll just pick Spanish, and then you can see all of the text has changed to Spanish. But if you go into a course, then the course content itself is still English, and so that's where the other web browser-based translation tools will come into play. So today's web browsers can automatically translate text content on the page into just about any language, and this would cover not only the course table of contents and so forth, but the lesson text pages themselves, and even the online quizzes and tests. The advantage of taking this approach is that we can support just about any language. Instead of just an English and a Spanish version, we've got the opportunity for students that speak French or any other language to automatically translate the content into their preferred native language. This approach is also free and can be done instantly in your web browser, so you don't need to order separate curriculum or prejudge in advance which students we're going to want which languages. And of course, these web-based tools will work in any learning management system. So if you're in Canvas or Schoology, then all of the things that we'll talk about momentarily will still apply to your online curriculum. Let's start with Google Chrome and Google Translate as one of the more popular options. So Google Translate is a plugin that you can install in Chrome, and we'll show you how to do that from the Chrome Web Store, and then you can just select your target language. Alright, I'm in a Chrome browser at chromewebstore.google.com. We can search for Google Translate as an extension, and this is the extension that you'll want to install. I've already got it installed here. You can then go to Chrome Settings Languages and make sure that Spanish or whichever language you prefer is in your list of preferred languages. And make sure that Google Translate is enabled and that you can translate into your target language. Then, when you're on any page within our website, you can simply right-click and select Translate to Spanish. And you can see that every text-based aspect of the course has been translated into Spanish. Let's go into one of the chapters, and we'll pull up a lesson text. And you can do the same right-click and translate here. So this is a great way for your English language learners to go back and forth between their preferred language and English, and to help them learn the content in their preferred native language. Alright, let's turn our attention to Microsoft Edge, which has similar translation capabilities. You can go to Edge Settings Languages in the toolbar, make sure your target language is added, and then enable the translation feature. So I switched over to an Edge browser, I've gone to Edge Settings Languages, and I've made sure that a secondary language like Spanish is added to my preferred languages, and made sure the translation offer is enabled. Then going back into our course, we can now right-click and translate to Spanish, just like we could in Google Chrome. I pulled up another lesson text page as a demonstration. We'll translate this to Spanish. And I did want to point out that in the coding lessons, The coding boxes themselves are not translated because obviously we don't want to destroy the integrity of the program by changing keywords and so forth, but the decorations around the coding boxes have been translated. Okay, let's check out the same feature in Firefox. Firefox used to have a translations plugin that you could install, but it looks like that's now a built-in feature of the browser, so you don't really have to do too much in terms of configuration. In Firefox, you can go to About, Preferences, and manage your translations and languages here. But again, the default behaviors seem to work pretty well without making any changes here. So once you're on a page that you want to translate, just click on the application menu, select Translate Page, and then pick your preferred language. We'll use German. And the content is instantly translated to German. So by now you've got the idea that you can instantly translate all of our content to just about any language that you like using the built-in web browser features. Apple Safari works exactly the same way. It has a built-in translation feature, and while we won't demonstrate that feature today, you can find plenty of support articles about that with some simple online searching. Here's one online article that we found very easily at Apple's support website that says to translate a page on the Mac. Just go to the page that you want to translate, look in the Smart Search field at the top for the translation button, and just click that button to choose a language. So it's pretty easy in Mac Safari as well. The one non-text portion of our curriculum that wouldn't be addressed by the web browser auto translation features are the captions within the instructional videos. So when you watch an instructional video, you always hear the English narration through audio, but you have the option of doing closed captions as well, and we do offer those captions in both English and Spanish. Let's go back into one of our courses and we'll pull up a video. And with all of our instructional videos, not only do you see the English captions, but you can come down here and pick Spanish captions. The exact mechanism will depend on your web browser, so we're using your web browser video replay tools here, but all the web browsers should have some tools in the bottom right corner that will let you switch back and forth between the English and the Spanish captions. So that is a quick review of how you can automatically translate CompuScholar's content into any language quickly, easily, and for free. We appreciate your time and we're happy to answer questions. You can contact us by phone, by email, or through our website.